All right. Hey guys. Thanks for joining tonight. My name's Hayley. We're going to be going through just kind of like a slow flow. Still going to be some fire, some burn, just holding postures a little longer than normally in just a traditional vinyasa class, but it's still similar style. So we're going to get started in a child's pose. So taking whatever variation of child's pose feels good for you tonight. If that is knees wide or knees together. For more of a restorative child's pose, knees together. Let the belly drape over the thighs here. You can rest the arms out in front of you or rest them alongside the body. And feeling heavy here, so feeling heavy in your child's pose. I'm beginning to feel the current, the rhythm, the sound of the breath. Noticing the quality of your breathing. So checking in to see if it's a little bit more shallow or maybe it's already deep. But growing the breath so that we're breathing into our belly and less from our chest. You might want to start to bring your awareness to the sound of the breath. Maybe it's the sensation, the rising and falling of the chest or of your belly. And let every inhale begin to create space in those areas that you're holding tension. And let every exhale soften the muscles, soften the belly over the thighs, soften the shoulders, soften the forehead. Take your deepest breath in of the day. Open the mouth, sigh out. Reach the arms out in front of you. And lift the hips just a little bit to tuck the toes. Next inhale, wave the body forward, rounding the spine. So you're in this cat-like back, tucking the chin. And then exhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze so you're in your cow-like spine. And then sink the hips towards the heels. Inhale, round the back, cats, lift the hips off the heels. Exhale to your cow, hips sink. Couple more times, flowing with this, with your own breath. Just taking a different variation of our cats and cows. And taking this as slow as you need it. getting into those little pockets of tension, maybe lingering in some area more than the other. Taking about 2 more rounds wherever you're at. And then we'll meet in our tabletop. Sit the hips back to the heels, so toes stay tucked. Walk your hands in. Hands can rest on the legs, on the thighs. You might need to peel your pinky toes off of, or like under from the toe next to it. Just wiggle it out a little bit. So we're in an intense stretch on the balls of our feet. So this becomes quite intense pretty quickly. If you need a little bit less, maybe placing a bolster or a pillow underneath the hips and between the calves. And staying here just for about 6 more rounds of breath. Notice how the quality of your breath changes as intense moments arise. Can you resist the urge to back out of the pose or fidget? Taking 2 more rounds of breath here. Deep inhale through the nose. Deep exhale. And coming onto your hands and knees. Untuck the toes. You can pat your feet out. Release the tops of the feet. And then tuck the toes once again. Lift your hips, downward facing dog. So it might be your first down dog of the day. So taking what you need. And any adjustments, any movement to the body. Sway the hips, shake the head yes, shake the head no. Maybe widen the feet, come into some side body work, reaching the ankles. Nose, tiger curl. Step the foot between the hands. Back knee lowers, untuck the toes. Interlace the thumbs. Fingertips reach to the top of the room. So you're in a slight back bend here. So make sure you're bending from the upper back rather than the low back. And then release the hands to the mat. Kickstand the back shin. So left knee will be in line with the right heel. Inhale to reach the arms out to the horizon. We're in a modified warrior one here. Holding here, just slowly opening up the hips, warming up the legs. And then reach as far forward as you can with the right hand. Right hand plants to the inside of the right foot. Left arm can reach to the top of the room or maybe reach to the front of the room. Modified side angle. And then start to walk the hands to the back of the mat. Lengthen the right leg. Left hand plants at the back of the mat. Modified side plank. You might want to lift the right heel off the mat. Maybe bend the right knee. Right hand can grab for the top of the foot, coming into a quad stretch. Roll the right shoulder down the back. Keep this length through the front of the body, avoiding any crunching in the shoulders. Release the foot to the back of the mat. Step yourself into your first high plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lowers you halfway or to the belly. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. So you should be facing the back of your mat. Exhale, hips lift, downward facing dog. Next inhale, left heel rises. Bend the knee, or not bend the knee. Open the hip, keep the leg long. And then square off the hips. Draw the left knee to the nose. Take a tiger curl. Step the foot between the hands. Back knee lowers. Cross the thumbs the opposite way you did last time. Inhale, lift the arms overhead. Sink into the right hip. Take a baby back bend, top of the body. Then plant the hands. Kickstand the right shin to the left side. So left ankle is in line with the right knee. Windmill the arms open. Modified warrior two. Keep the left knee stacked over the left ankle. Finding our stability, our foundations. And then reach the left fingertips to the front of the room. And once you can't reach anymore, plant the left hand on the inside of the left foot. Right arm could reach to the top of the room, or circle open to reach the front. Modified side angle. Walk the hands through center, lengthen the left leg, right hand in line with the right knee at the back of the, or now it's the front of your mat. And then modified side plank. Left heel might lift off the mat. You can bend the left knee. Maybe grab hold of the top of the left foot, coming into a quad stretch. Release the back foot if it was there. Step yourself back to a high plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga or to the belly. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in here. Exhale to stick out your tongue, lion's breath. Exhale. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. Tiptoe your weight to the top of the room. Shift the weight to the hands. Feet can land hips width. Hands grab behind the legs, so maybe around the ankles or calves. Inhale to find length through the spine. And then exhale, can you fold a little bit deeper? Maybe pulling your chest towards your knees. Of course, taking a generous bend in the knees if you need it here. It's a little bit too much on the hammies. Keep reaching the sits bones to the top of the room. Shift the weight to the toes. Crown of the head heavy here. And then releasing. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale to your fold, soften the knees. Circle the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart, Anjali Mudra. Interlace the thumbs. Sink the hips, chair pose. Holding here for a couple of rounds of breath, just to wake up the legs a little bit. We're gonna move through some modified sun salutations. On our next exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift on our inhale. Plant your palms. You can step or hop your way through your chaturanga. We'll meet in our downward facing dog. Inhale, right heel lifts. Draw the knee to the nose. Step the foot through. Stay on the back of the ball of the back foot. All 10 toes point forward. Inhale, crescent. Holding here just for a couple more rounds of breath. Finding the foundation here before we take one breath per movement. Lower the hands. Step back, high plank. Maybe keep right heel lifted. Your choice for chaturanga. We'll meet in our downward facing dog. Next breath, left heel lifts. Draw the knee to the nose. Step the foot between your hands. Inhale to your crescent. Holding here for a couple rounds of breath. Next exhale, plant your hands. Step yourself back, high plank. Your choice to keep the left heel lifted, flowing through your chaturanga. Full breath in here. Exhale, let it go. Lift your heels on your inhale, bend the knees, gaze shifts up. Exhale, step or hop to the top. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale to fold. Arms circle overhead. Exhale, anjali, move your hands to heart. Interlace the thumbs the opposite way. Sink the hips, chair pose. Next, exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms. Step or hop your way through your chaturanga. We'll meet in our downward facing dog. Next, inhale, right heel lifts. Step the foot through. One breath per movement here. Crescent. Plant your hands. Your choice for chaturanga or meeting in our down dog. Left heel lifts. Step the foot through. Crescent. Plant the hands. Chaturanga. Meeting in our down dog. Once you arrive, take a breath in to lift the heels. Bend the knees, exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Feet in your downward facing dog. Next, inhale, right heel lifts. Draw the knee to the nose, find space, and then step the foot between the hands. Lengthen the right leg. Left leg is long, keep the left heel lifted. Modified pyramid pose. Inhale to pull the heart forward. And exhale, try folding over the right leg. Next inhale, bend the front knee. Arms reach to the front of the room, power crescent. And we're going to balance on the front foot. Draw the left knee to the chest, and then tap the toes back in our power crescent. Twice more, inhale, hug the right or the left knee to the chest, and then tap the toes back. Once more here, hug the knee in, tap the left toes back. This time we're gonna open up to our half moon pose. So right hand to the outer edge of the right pinky, left hand can stay on the left hip, or you can use the top hand to peel the top hip open or reach the fingertips to the top of the room. Gaze can shift to the top or bottom hand. Finding your breath. And then touch the back toes back, right knee softens. Reverse your warrior. And then warrior two pose. Lengthen the front leg. You might need to wiggle the left toes or the left heel in. Reach as far forward as you can with the right hand. Triangle pose. Right hand to the shin or a block. Left hand can reach to the top of the room or maybe to the front of the room. Peel the ribcage open to the sky. Peel the left hip back. Make sure you're not collapsing with the knees. So externally rotating your inner thighs here. One more inhale, reverse your warrior. Cartwheel your hands down to frame the front foot. Lift off the back foot. Standing splits top of the mat. Inhale to find length through the spine. Exhale, can you fold a little bit deeper over the front leg? Shift the weight to the hands. Maybe start to lift the right heel off the mat, just testing your balance here. So you're on the ball of the right foot. If your heel doesn't lift, no worries. Just testing, just finding some room for play. And then left foot meets the right, take a fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale to fold. Arms sweep overhead. Exhale, anjali, move your hands to heart. Sink your hips, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Your choice for chaturanga. We'll meet in our downward facing dog when you're ready. Inhale, lift the left heel. Draw the knee to the nose. Step the foot through. Both legs long, shift the hips back. Modified pyramid pose. Right heel stays lifted. Inhale to reach the heart forward. Exhale to melt the heart over the thigh. And take a bend in the left knee. Reach the arms to the front of the room, power crescent. So really using your core here. Weight shifts to the left foot. Balance on the front foot. Back knee hugs to your chest for 3. Touch the toes back. For 2, hug the knee in. Using the balance, use the strength of the core. Step the toes back. One more time here. Step your toes back, power crescent. This time, start to lengthen the front leg. Left hand plants on the outside of the left toes. Open yourself up, half moon pose. Right hand can stay on the hip to help the hip peel open. So stack the right hip on top of the left. Maybe the right fingertips reach to the top of the room. Stay flexed through the right foot. One more round of breath here. Soften the front knee, touch the back toes down, heel to arch alignment. Reverse your warrior. Coming into warrior 2. Lengthen the front leg. Wiggle the back toes in if you need it. Reach as far forward as you can. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Left hand to the shin or a block. Holding here for 5 rounds of breath. And 2 more rounds of breath here. Lengthen the front leg or bend the front knee. Reverse your warrior. And then cartwheel the hands down. Lift off the back toes, standing splits, top of the mat. Inhale to lengthen through your spine. Exhale to fold deeper. Can you plant your hands? Maybe play with lifting the left heel off the mat, shifting the weight to the toes. Holding here for 1 more round of breath. And then right foot meets the left. Take a fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Urdhva Hastasana, circle the arms overhead. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Plant your hands, step or hop your way through your chaturanga. We'll meet in our downward facing dog. On your next inhale, lift the right heel, three-legged dog. Cross the right leg over the left. So we're kind of taking an eagle legs a little bit. Spin the left foot flat, kind of like a side plank. And then walk the hands in maybe a little bit to come into this little crunch, this little ball. And then lift yourself back up, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open your hip. Maybe take a wild thing here. Right toes can touch behind the left leg. Press into the feet to lift the hips high. Right arm can reach to the front of the room. And then coming back through three-legged dog. Right toe step between the hands. Triangle pose right away. Lengthen both legs. Left arm reaches to the top of the room. So using the core here, stay light in the bottom waist. Keep opening the ribs open to the top of the room. Next inhale, reverse your warrior, left knee or right knee bends. And then take this into your side angle pose. Right hand can place on the inside of the right foot or to the outside, whatever you prefer. Left fingertips to the top of the room or to the front. You want a little bit more in the core. Right fingertips could start to reach to the front of the room. Start to travel the hands to the back of the mat. Hips sink to their left heel, left knee bends, right leg long, Skandasana. Maybe using the strength of your legs, or you can use your hands. Walk yourself back to the front of the mat. Lift the left leg, standing splits. Maybe shift the weight to the right toes. Maybe practice a couple of handstand hops. So shift the weight to the hands. Suction cup the hands, so gluing the fingertips and the base knuckles of the palms to the mat. Play with lifting the right heel. Maybe getting some hang time. Lifting the right foot off of the mat, shifting the hips over the shoulders. And taking a couple more rounds here. And then planting the right foot, left foot meets it. Take a fold forward. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold right away. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, step or hop your way through your chaturanga, and we'll meet in our downward facing dog. Next inhale, left heel rises. Cross the left leg over the right. You might need to walk the hands in. Spin to the inside of the right foot. And then sink the hips back towards the right heel, just coming into a little bit of a ball. It's like a little hip opener. And then back to your three-legged dog, left heel lifts. Bend the knees, stack the hips. Your choice for a wild thing here if you want it. Press into the hands. Lift the hips. Wild thing. And then moving through your three-legged dog. Step the foot between the hands. Lower the back heel. Triangle pose. Right fingertips reach to the top of the room. Next inhale, reverse your warrior, left knee bends. And then exhale, side angle pose. Left hand can place on the inside of the left foot or on the outside. Right fingertips can sweep up or to the front of the room. Maybe the left hand joins it like you're holding a beach ball. Using the core. Next inhale. Walk the fingertips over to the back of the mat. Sink the hips towards the right heel. Left toes can peel off the mat. Left leg long, Skandasana. Walk the hands to the front of the mat to frame the left foot. Right toes peel off the mat. Standing splits. You can stay here. Maybe start to play with that weight shift to the hands. Lift the left heel, shift the weight to the left toes. Maybe play with some handstand hops, just maybe testing what it feels like to lift off the left toes. When you're ready, right foot meets the left, take a fold forward. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Arms sweep overhead. Exhale and gently move your hands to heart. Taking a moment here to feel the rhythm of the breath. Inhale, arms reach overhead. Start to wiggle the feet out about mat's width. Heels in, toes out. Start to slowly sink the hips towards the heels. And coming into our Malasana, our yogi squat. Press the elbows into the inner thighs. If you need a little boost of your seat, you can come to sit on a block or a pillow or something just to lift the hips a little bit higher. Reach the right arm out to the right side. Left fingertips to the top of the room. You can stay here, or maybe you want to work into a bind or half bind. Left arm reaches behind the low back. Right fingertips can start to reach towards the left fingertips at the back, behind the right hip. Release the hands back through center. And take this on the opposite side. Left arm, left fingertips can meet the right at the left hip. Maybe shift the gaze to the left shoulder or up to the sky if it's okay on the neck. And then releasing the hands through center. We'll take the hands, reach them to the back of the room, lift the hips a little bit, and then bring the forearms behind the knees, and then sink the hips. So you're giving yourself a little hug here. And we'll open and close the hands, just giving ourselves a little wrist, a little forearm massage here. You might want to walk the forearms in and out of the legs, lifting the hips, just getting into relaxing the wrists, massaging out the forearms. You can open and close the hands and start to feel this, how it gets a little bit more tough as you keep doing it. You lose a little bit of the circulation. Then when you're ready, you give yourself that nice little massage. And then releasing, hands to the mat. Lift your hips, wiggle the feet underneath the hips. Take a couple sways side to side. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Circle the arms overhead. Exhale, take a fold forward, back down. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, your choice for chaturanga, or we can meet in our downward facing dog, right away. Your next breath, draw the right heel up. Hug the knee to the chest. Right foot steps between the hands. Sink the back knee. Untuck the toes. Inhale to your low lunge. And then plant the hands to frame the front foot. Shift the hips back. Half splits. Let your inhale pull the heart through. And exhale to fold over the front leg. And then place the right toes back on the mat. Hands walk to the middle or to the inside of the right foot. Walk the right foot over to the edge of the right mat, or the right side of the mat. So we're in our lizard lunge. Sink the hips lower. Draw the left heel to your glute. You can stay here. If you want to take a quad stretch, like we did earlier in the class, reach the right hand for the outside edge of the left foot. Keep drawing the heel closer to your glute. Next exhale, slowly, gently release the back foot. Hands plant on the inside of the right foot again. Shift your hips back, modified half splits. Full breath in to pull the heart forward. Full breath out, can you fold a little bit deeper? Walk the hands to the front of the mat. Tuck the back toes, lift the back foot. Your choice for another wild thing here if you want it. And then right hand plants. Draw the right knee to the right wrist. Half pigeon. Lower the back knee, untuck the toes. Come to your fingertips. Internally rotate the left thigh to drop the left hip a little bit. So we're squaring the hips to the front of the mat. Lift up through the right hip a little bit. Find this length, this line from the left hip all the way to the left heel. You can stay here if this is good enough for you. If you want to start to fold forward, feel free to do so. Maybe that means coming down onto forearms. If you want to take it a little bit deeper here, you can start to reach the left arm forward. Right arm can reach to the left side. So you're threading the right arm underneath the left. Stay here. Or come to the side of the right side of the head. Maybe left arm reaches for the right hip behind the back, coming into a half bind. So taking whatever variation feels best on your body, whatever variation that you can find equality of your inhales and exhales. Holding here for 3 more rounds of breath. And on your next round, Start to walk the hands back in. Plant the hands. Tuck the back toes. Three-legged dog, taking any counter movement, your leg and hip and knee to release our half pigeon. Maybe that means another wild thing. And wherever you're at, we'll meet back in our downward facing dog. Draw the left heel up, bend the knee, stack your hips. Your choice for a wild thing if you want to add it. We have one more opportunity for another wild thing on this side. Coming back through three-legged dog. Draw the left knee to the left wrist. Shin plants. Untuck the toes, lower the back knee. Internally rotate the right thigh. So this lowers the right hip. Lift up through the left hip to keep the hips squared. You can stay here on the fingertips or finding a little bit of a deeper stretch. If you wanted to take that thread the needle, you reach the right arm out in front. Left arm threads underneath the right, rest on the left side of the butt, left side of the head. If you want to come into that half bind, right arm will reach behind the low back, grabbing hold of the left hip. Noticing what the rhythm of your breath looks like right now. Can you slow it down? Maybe that means backing out of this pose a little bit so that you can come back to an equal inhale and exhale. Three more rounds of breath here. And start to slowly come back up. Walk the hands in. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Three-legged dog. Taking your counter movement. Maybe another wild thing. And then we'll meet in our downward facing dog. Let the shins lower. Sit the hips off to one side. Kick the feet out in front of you. Coming into Dandasana just to start. So lengthening the legs out long, toes flex back to the nose. Hands next to the hips. Press into the hands, roll the shoulders down. The back, belly button is in and up. Reach the crown of the head to the top of the room. Maintaining the strength, reach the arms overhead. Hinging at your hips. Reaching from the shoulder blades all the way out through the fingertips, finding this length. And then folding over the legs. Paschimottanasana. Forward fold. And then slowly coming back upright. Draw the right foot in. So right foot plants on the inside of the left thigh. Right knee lowers. Inhale, circle the arms overhead. Again, hinging at the hips. Finding this length through the spine. Reaching from the shoulder blades all the way out through the fingertips. Take a fold over the front leg. And then coming back upright. Switching out the legs, left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Left knee presses down. Right toes flex back to the face. Circle the arms overhead. Hinge at the hips. Reach through the fingertips, through the crown of the head, and then fold over the front leg. And then coming back upright. Plant the feet on the mat. Hands come behind the knees. Inhale to pull the heart through. Take a slight backhand of the spine. Gaze can shift up. And then exhale to round the spine, tuck the chin. Couple more just like that. Inhale to your cow-like spine. Exhale to round. Cat-like back. One more time through. Inhale, heart pulls through. Exhale to round. Staying here, lowering vertebrae by vertebrae onto the mats, onto your backs. Once you arrive, draw the knees into the armpits. Hands can reach for behind the knees or ankles or outside edges of the feet. Press the sits bones into the earth, finding this release of the low back. Shoulders are rooted on the mat. You might want to rock side to side. Keep pulling the knees closer to the armpits. Massage out your organs. Maybe finding stillness. And let the arms come out to a T. Lift the hips over to the right side just a little bit and drop the knees to the left. Legs can extend if they want. Right hand, your gaze can shift over to the right hand. Left hand might grab for the toes or rest on top of the right leg. Press the right hip to the front of the room to find this length on the right side of the body. And travel back through center. Hug the knees to your chest. Plant the feet, lift the hips to reset your spine. And the hips can lift over to the left. The knees and legs fall to the right side. You can lengthen the legs if you want. Maybe grab hold of the feet. Maybe rest the right hand on the top leg. Gaze can shift to the left side. And then traveling the knees back through center. Taking any last movement, fidgets your body needs. And then lengthening the limbs out long. Rest the hands alongside your hips, palm face up. Maybe walking the shoulder blades underneath the back. And letting go of any rhythm you have of the breath. And feeling the earth support you. Feeling your weight of the body on your mat, on the earth. And let your exhale soften your muscles into your final resting pose. Let the tongue release from the roof of the mouth. Let the shoulders drop. Let the belly untuck. Quads relax. Let the toes fall outwards. You are supported. You are safe. And all is well. You are loved. And I'll be here to guide you out of your practice. Feeling free to stay for however long that you need to feel relaxed, to feel complete. Shavasana. And when you're ready, and start to come back to your space. Come back to your breath. Bringing any movement to your fingertips, your toes. Maybe rock the head side to side. When you're ready, coming into a fetal position, so hugging the knees in and rolling onto one side of your mat. And then make your way up to a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you. Placing one hand on the heart, other hand on the belly. Feeling the breath ground you here. Feeling the breath drop you into your present moment. Really focusing on the exhale. So letting your exhales releasing anything that's weighing you down. Let your inhales build space in your body, welcoming new energy, new experiences. Let every exhale release those things that aren't serving you, are weighing you down. And when you're ready, draw the thumb knuckles to your third eye, tucking the chin. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. From my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you so much. Have a lovely, lovely night. I'll be here if you have any questions. My name's Hayley again. Feel free to reach out to me via social media, probably the best way. If you haven't checked out, website has a ton of great class options for virtual fitness. So fitness classes, yoga classes. I think there's even like a Pilates class. So that would be awesome. So make sure to check those out and check out the Instagram to stay up to date. Hopefully we will be open soon by hopefully end of May or early June. Thank you again. Have a great night.